Welcome, dear ones. Please welcome your body wherever you are. All of the parts of you, the complicated fractals that go out through the whole universe, at least on this earth. I'm just bringing in alien cultures who I imagine have navigated winter into spring. Spring healing, spring cleaning, spring hopefulness, celebration. Using the depths of the winter that we might still be going through to heal, to revisit old wounds, maybe from generations ago. So breathing into that which makes us whole. Knowing that all those, the depths, the part of us in shadow, the parts that we don't see. I'm using this as a metaphor for very much of a winter, things that are closed off, things that are part of the process that we go through in healing, coming into spring. There's daffodils poking their leaves out of the ground here. And feeling into my body what needs to pop out of my past as a flower, or as leaf. Something that needs to be cleared away. I don't know. Lots of trash that gets thrown around our yards by wind in the winter. Cleaning that up. And using this as a metaphor for coming back to ourselves, celebrating our new sprouts, how we're coming into a new day with unlimited possibilities, using the cold of the winter, the times that we spent in maybe more contemplative spaces for spring healing. Keep coming back to that cycle, that daily cycle, that breath by breath cycle of death, decay, cold into longer days, light, warmth, learning, mattering, knowing internally that we matter. So much comes from I believe my childhood, thinking that I didn't matter. I think it's a pretty common thing, actually. So stay with anything that's left over, part of our wholeness from the winter. And bring a possibility of mattering into this moment. How much you matter. How much you enjoy the sun coming up just a little bit earlier. Noticing some lightness outside here that I didn't notice a couple of weeks ago. And then feeling into my psyche, invite yourself into your psyche. Can you allow yourself to come into spring, into new learnings, new beginnings? And is there something holding you back that still needs to be acknowledged and healed? A younger part of you that wants to be caught, cared for. Maybe going back generations. Spring healing. Cleaning up. Caring for old wounds. As we look ahead to unlimited possibilities. For ourselves. Being reminded of what matters to us, what we're bringing into the world. Care for ourselves and whatever tenderness we have. Knowing that our loved ones, whether they express it or not, have that same need for having their old wounds caught, acknowledged, maybe not named, but just I want to give the blessing of knowing this. We don't know what's going on, even with our loved ones, the depths of what they struggle with. And wish for them the possibility of healing, going forward, bringing it into the world as more light, warmth. Noticing what's going on in your body with even the suggestion that we open up to the sprouts, that we plant some seeds of what we want in the world throughout our day today. The power of that as things are breaking down, as things are falling apart. What can we create as we mourn the losses? What joy can we bring to our days now? What healing? What seeds are we continuing to plant in our days? Wishing for our loved ones to have this same gifts of having the compost all that winter turn into something beautiful in the spring. Open to those possibilities. And then considering all the people that we see throughout our days, not knowing where they are. Acknowledging somebody's grieving the other day and finds out she's looking for more joy. She doesn't want to, she's like, I've grieved enough, thank you very much. It's like, cool, let's have more joy. Let's go into those sprouts coming up. So not assuming checking in moment to moment as it changes. This is an example of a neutral person that we can bring this, our own process to, and acknowledging wherever they are. And reaching out to people we don't know very well. We can also call them people that trigger us. Imagine if we did know their ancient suffering, going back to their childhood. It would be easier to acknowledge our shared need for safety, love, and a wish for all beings in the world to benefit from our practice of coming back to the time of year it is right now. Winter moving into spring, even though it's still quite cold here. And then bringing that spring healing to yourself, to your own body, knowing how much you matter in the world, whether others acknowledge your existence or not. Thank you. Thanks for your practice today. Thanks for your presence.